Hey runners, my name is Alina Kennedy. I'm a physiotherapist and owner of The Runners Physio. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 exercises that you can do at home that will help with knee pain. So these exercises are all going to focus on the muscles that support your knee. So we're going to do some hamstring exercises, some glute exercises, and also some quad exercises. You won't need any equipment. We're just going to use a chair. So at home you can use any chair that you have. And I am going to use a resistance band, but this is going to be optional. So if you've got something like this at home, great. This is going to help add a little bit more resistance to the exercises. But if not, you can do the exercises without it as well. So exercise 1 is going to be an elevated bridge. So we're going to use the chair for that one. You're not going to need your band for this first exercise. So you're going to lie on your back and you're going to place your heels on the edge of the chair. So the starting position is going to be with your knees at a 90-degree angle, your heels at hip distance apart, pressing down, feet straight forward. You're going to pop your hands across your chest, and then the exercise is just going to be a lift through your hips and then coming back down. So as you lift up, you press your heels down and you squeeze your buttocks as you lift those hips up. As you do this, you should feel your hamstrings and your glutes engaging. Make sure that you're really squeezing your buttocks on the way up and pressing your heels down. Make sure that your knees aren't wobbling. You want to keep your knees pointing straight forward. And you also want to make sure that your weight is even in both legs. Quite often people tend to favor one side, especially if you've got a sore knee. So just take a moment to take notice of where you're putting that weight and make sure that one leg isn't working harder than the other. You want to be evenly distributing that weight, that effort. Make sure that both legs are working. And you're going to go for about 10 to 12 reps of this one, just nice and slow and controlled, really focusing on engaging those muscles. For the next exercise, you're going to use your band if you're going to use one. Then you're going to loop that through your feet and place it just above your knees. Now, you're still going to be in this position with your heels on the edge of the chair, still with your knees at 90 degrees. And we're going to lift up into that bridge, but we're going to stay here now. So you're going to stay elevated in this bridge, but your knees are going to go outwards and inwards. So the exercise is just this butterfly movement of your knees as you hold the bridge. So not only are we now working your hamstrings and your glutes, you're going to be working some of these outside glute muscles, your glute minimus, your glute medius, as you move your knees in and out. This is a really good all over leg exercise and perfect for strengthening those supporting muscles of your knees. You're going to go for 10 to 12 reps of this one. Again, don't speed through it. The focus is going to be on smooth, steady, controlled movement in and out, making sure that as you do this exercise, you're not slowly dropping your hips. Really keep those hips elevated the whole time. The next exercise, we're going to keep the band where it is. We're going to go into a clam. So with your clams, you can do them lying down like this. So you've got your knees bent. You're going to have your feet together, and then you're just moving your top knee away from your bottom knee in this motion. So this is an option for you, but we're actually going to try to do this exercise in a plank. So in this side plank position, you're going to have your elbow underneath your shoulder, and then we're going to do that clam movement here. So not only are you going to be working these glute muscles on the side of your hip, you're also going to be using those other hips and your obliques in this position. So this is really good for strengthening all of those muscles around your pelvis and your core, which of course are really big supportive muscles for your knee. Quite often people with knee pain find that they actually have a lot of weakness around their glutes and their core, and that is a big contributor to why they're getting knee pain. So as a physio, this is something that we really try to focus on and improve for anyone that has knee pain. You're going to go for about 10 to 12 reps. Make sure you do both sides with this exercise. For this next exercise, you've still got the band around your knees if you are using it. We're going to go back to the chair and we're going to do some squats. So we're going to stay nice and close to that chair, and you're just going to be moving your hips back, tapping the chair and coming back up. A couple of things to note with this exercise is you want to stay nice and close to the chair. If you stand too far away, you're going to struggle to feel confident to sit right back. So nice and close. You can even have the chair just touching the back of your legs before you start. The second thing to note is you want to have your weight on the back of your foot. So not placing your weight on your toes, but rather on your heels. So this is going to force you to sit back rather than lean forward in your squat. For anyone with knee pain, the last thing you want to be doing is collapsing forward into your knee. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the front of your knee and probably cause you a bit of pain. So instead, have your weight on your heel and really sit back into that squat, aiming to get your bum back as far as possible into that chair. Tap your thighs to the chair and then come straight back up. So weight is on your heels and you're sitting right back as you do that. Having the band around your knees is also going to help encourage you to push your knees out. So as you're doing this movement, you don't want your knees collapsing in. You want to have them nice and strong, pressing out against that band. And you're going to go for 10 to 12 reps of this one. Again, don't rush it. Nice and slow, really focusing on good form and controlling that movement throughout. For the last exercise, we've gotten rid of the band altogether and you're not going to use any equipment at all. So all I want you to do is have a lie on your back. You're going to have one knee bent, the other leg is going to be straight, and the movement is going to be simply lifting that leg up and then controlling it back down. So as you lift it up, I want you to straighten your knee and squeeze these muscles just above your knee. As you control it down, you're going to go really slow and steady, smooth movement. Lift it up, straighten it, squeeze, and slowly control that leg down. Cycle it back up, straighten, squeeze, and control down. The real key of this exercise is that control element. It's very easy to just lift your leg up and let it drop down, but that's not really going to be using any of those muscles. So we want to be really squeezing and controlling that movement in a really slow, smooth manner to make sure that those muscles are working really efficiently and engaging that whole time you're doing the exercise. You're going to aim for about 8 to 10 reps of this one. You can do more, but 8 to 10 is a good amount to do on both sides. Well, there you have it. 5 exercises that will help manage your knee pain and strengthen those structures around your knee to give it the support that it needs. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you're after more exercises, please head to the website, The Runner's Physio. We have programs specific for runner's knee and IT band syndrome there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.